everybody. Thank you for joining me today. My name's Jen. I'm Easton Crafts, and today I am going to be making a shaker card for a birthday. If you follow along on my Instagram or if you follow me here, you'll know that I make a bunch of cards, and then lately I've been, just this year I got into happy planning, so I've been doing a bunch of that too, but essentially anything I'm making, I'm trying to film and post on YouTube so everyone can just kind of see my process. And, you know, not everything is as curated as a lot of people try to be online. And so I'm totally fine with showing my mistakes or whatever. And then on Instagram, I post everything that I make, even if it's not something that I could really film while I was doing, like knitting. So anyway, let's get started on this birthday card today. So I am going to be doing a shaker card, like I said. So I've got some glitter here, and I have some sequins and some confetti that I will use when I get to that part. And then I have pre-cut the frame just because I had to do some math and some sketching on the back, and I'm not great at math under normal circumstances without the pressure of filming, so we'll just go ahead and save everybody that headache. So this is the paper that I'm using for the outside of the card for the frame, and that's American Crafts. And then I've got some clear acetate here that will be go inside to kind of block it'll be the window. And this I got at the craft store, and I got it in like the section for model building. It's probably for like windows and stuff like that, but it works for this. It's a good thickness for it. Then I've got some cardstock to use for just the main body of the card, and I've got this confetti looking like sprinkle paper that will go inside behind the window, just as a little something so that it's not stark white in there. So I've got that. So let me get some things cut here so we can kind of piece some things together. And this sprinkles paper is from this Park Lane book, which I really like. It's the basics, and it's just got a lot of cool, just like really kind of basic patterns and stuff, but they make great backgrounds, and I've been using that a lot. And I also use it a lot in my planner as, you know, just like torn scrapbook paper in my planner and stuff like that too. It's just it's a really good pack of paper. So I am making an A2 size card. Let's see here. Make sure everything's in frame there. It's okay. Let's see. So we're gonna go cut this by 5 1/4. By 4. This way it'll leave a 1/8 inch border around all sides of the back. I could make it smaller because it's going to be hidden underneath the frame, but this way I'm not leaving too much room for error there. And this is going to be the base of the card, so I need to cut this by 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. And because this is an 8 1/2 by 11, this side's already the right size. And then I'm going to score this at 4 1/4. I'll cut this in just a minute here. I can't, it's a little too thick to do on the cutter, so I'm gonna have to cut that by hand, but it'll be fast. So this is going to go on like this, and then this will go on top of it. I'll just have to make sure that I'm kind of hiding everything that I want to hide there. That's what I was saying. I could cut that smaller, but it's okay if some pokes out. Actually, so then I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. And I'm just using a glue roller instead of liquid glue. Okay. And so then let's go ahead and I'm going to cut my window, and I want it to be, let's see, let me grab a ruler and a pen. I always think I have everything gathered that I need, and then I never do. So, you know, that's life. So I'm going to want this to be a little bit smaller, but not much. So let's go 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. And I also just realized that I don't have my cutting mat under here, which this isn't a huge deal because I'm not using an X-Acto to cut this. I'm just going to cut it with scissors, but I don't want to get my desktop dirty. So since I use it for photo backgrounds and when I'm doing my planner videos, I use that as the background, so I don't want to get glitter and glue and everything on it. So. 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. That is pretty close. I wasn't sure how close my dots were here, but they're pretty much good. And then I'm just gonna use scissors and just cut just on the inside of this line. Okay, so this is gonna sit behind this. Like that. And I'm just, instead of putting it behind both layers, I'm gonna sandwich in between them just to give the window a little bit more height, to give the elements a little bit more room to move. Woof. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and attach this actually. Oh, it's just gonna be one of those days. Been having them a lot lately. If you've watched my last couple videos. No. Not exactly where I was intending to stick that, but it's all covered, so we're good. Okay, so then I'm gonna stick this down. Okay, so there's the cover, and then I am actually going to stamp directly on this with that, so then the stamp's going to sit right inside the window, and the confetti and all the shaker elements will just kind of go over the top of it. So, and I wasn't sure what color I want to do here, so I wanted to take a look at it. And let's see. This black usually doesn't stamp very dark, and because I have a woodblock stamp and it's not my press, I can't do an impression of it multiple times and have it actually work right. So I don't think I'm going to use black. So let's see. I think I'm going to go darker. So I pretty much just want to stamp that dead center there. So I'm going to do this. And actually, I have this ruler too. And that way I know that I just need to stamp right at the base of that. Oh boy, this ink's a little funky. It was kind of bubbly, so hopefully this works. That looks pretty good. And I'm just gonna let that dry for a minute before I start putting things on top of it. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm actually, normally in the past, if you've watched my my Valentine's shaker card video, I did like the craft foam with the sticky back on it. This time I'm just going to use foam tape. It's a little bit thicker, so I should get a little bit more of a lift between my paper and the window for the elements to move around. And then also, just because this is a plain rectangle, it's easier just to use foam tape instead of messing with cutting out a frame in the in the craft foam. But I do need to make sure that I'm getting a good seal on around all sides so that glitter and confetti and stuff do not leak out. There we go. I don't think anything's going to be getting through there. Okay. So now I'm going to not peel those off yet. Because I'm going to lay down my confetti and glitter, so I don't want that sticking to the glue. So I have some birthday confetti, some balloons, and some little cakes I'm going to put in there. And then I'm going to do some sequins just to kind of have some filler. So we'll do some colors of that. Let's see if I have any other small ones. Here we go. And let's just do a few more in there just for good measure. I want it to be, full looking. Oh, that one doesn't want to. And then I have just some little stars. Man, these white ones are just staticky. And then just some and that's just round glitter. That will just add a little bit more movement and stuff in there. So now I'm going to peel off the foam tape, maybe. Okay, so now just need to put this down. I want to make sure this is stuck really good so I don't have any leaks. There we go. staticky, but it's okay. Keeps everything moving. You can see the happy birthday coming out under there. Everything moves really well without getting stuck, so there we go. Fairly easy, all things considered. So I like doing shaker cards. I think they are just a lot of fun. When I first made them, I was kind of like, yeah, these are cool. I mean, they're fun to make, but you know, maybe I'd only give them to little kids or something, but I actually, I've completely changed my tune on that, and I really like just giving them to everybody. I think they're fun. It's just a little interactive and just something different. So anyway, thank you for joining me while I put this together, and I hope if you're in the mood to make a card, you can see how easy enough it is to do a shaker card. Just have a little fun with it. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, I post all of my crafts there that I've made. Everything I make, I post there. And that's just at Easton Crafts over there. And then here, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe, like, comment, let me know what you think. And yep, thanks again.